Hello, hello. I give you and all of your loved ones the experience of all that is. Alright, I've been wanting to talk about emotions for a long time now because we have a lot of attachment to emotion. We we generally think that emotions are what is being human. But I have a very different perspective to present to you and a suggestion. Just a suggestion, and I would say that you should at least try this for a little while and just, proof is in the pudding, and you'll see if it works or it doesn't for you. Okay. Once again, I'm not a Buddhist, I'm just a spiritualist, and I follow a lot of spiritual traditions. I would say Buddhism most, but I am just a spiritual being that's trying to learn and grow and share. But in Buddhism, I like how they think of emotions. Buddha said that we live in the world of rising and falling. It's like a sound wave. It's just up and down, up and down. And it's like a roller coaster ride. That's what an emotion is. It's a roller coaster ride, which we think is part of the exhilaration of being human. It's the thrill. But according to one of the four views of Buddhism, now are you ready? Wait for it. All emotions are suffering. And it's something that a lot of you immediately might want to reject because we're so invested and cling to emotions. Okay, for instance, hope. Hope just brings despair. Happiness, like the almost pridefulness of being happy, like I'm happy and like feeling good about yourself, that upswing is only going to bring a downswing. And in fact, just being normal feels like a downer relative to your outwardly exhilarated, happy, excited, happiness self. I would think women probably have a harder time with this because women in their heart center are fire. Men are fire in their sexual center, and that's why men have a problem, if anything, of not being able to last sexually, and women take longer. But see, men are that water. Women are water down in the sexual center. Men are water in their heart center, emotional center, and that's why it takes them a while to get emotionally going. But then once they get going, it goes on and on. While the woman usually wants to end early because she's fire here, and she's like, okay, now that I said it, I want to just go to bed, and then the man wants to keep talking because he's the water that's warmed up. So, anyways, all emotions are suffering. Now, okay, the first thing that people are going to think too, of course, is, well, am I supposed to just be numb, And it's not about being numb. Of course, at first, you got to be honest, and yeah, you're going to go through these roller coaster rides. But the key here is, if you go 100 up, then, sorry to say, according to this, If you go 100 up, that's only leading to 100 down, because it's that duality that we live in. But if you just start to center, bring it in, bring the emotions in. So maybe later on, after a little practice, you can go 50 up and 50 down, 50 up, 50 down, and then maybe you can go to 25 up, 25 down, and then eventually you'll be in that center. And there's another term that is often used for many different things in Buddhism, which is the middle way. And as far as this, it works well too. So you're trying to take the middle way, take that 0 point, that 0, centered, 0. And so yeah, you got to be honest. It's not about pretending and like just putting on this poker face, but emotionally you're raging and going through all kinds of stuff. You got to be authentic, basically. But it's all about trying to find that 0. And you'll notice, okay, so another practical way to put it is you can have, okay, joy is a better word than happiness, because joy is like an inward happiness. Happiness is an outward happiness. And you like want people to know about it, and you're prideful about it, or you're like thinking about how cool you are or how great your life is, and you're like high on yourself. It's kind of like a ego thing. And like ego meaning arrogant, not ego self. And so, and you're just setting yourself up for failure. The higher you go, the lower you're going to fall. Or at least the lower it feels when you fall a little bit. So there you go. So just try this out. Emotions are actually us allegedly unnatural. They're us clinging to our past traumas or past situations in an unhealthy way. Now, feelings are healthy. Feelings are like emotions, same thing, but they only last, they say, no more than like 20 minutes at maximum. So a feeling is just like an emotion, but it doesn't linger because you're not holding on to, you know, what someone did to you 10 years ago or stuff like that. And then it festers in your belly and you get diseases and problems, all kinds of problems. Emotions are a huge cause of many physical problems, and of course mental problems, psychological problems. So we got to let go of the clinging to our past and clinging to emotions in general. And just work on it. Next time you're sad, try not to just get so invested in the sadness, and just try to find, as much as you can, stick to that 0 point. But once again, you're going to have to it's going to take practice, so you know, it's fine to feel it, you got to feel it, but over time the wave will become smaller of your emotional experience, and then eventually you'll be near the center as opposed to going all these ups and downs. Okay? Mwah! Love to you and all your loved ones, and the experience of all that is, for the benefit of all sentient beings in recognition of the state of being of all states of being, and we are all one.